It's happening. It's happening. It's out. The final episode's here. It's happening. It's happening. Oh boy. Oh boy. Popped Epic. 5 episodes today. It's happening right now. It's out. It's here. It's on Crunchyroll, surprisingly. Actually on time. Well, delayed by 1 minute, but still. But still. It's here. It's here. It's very, very much here. I'm actually so happy right now. I'm so happy that it's actually here. I'm sad it's actually ending today. I'm sad. I'm happy that it's come out, but I'm sad it's ending. My screen's absolutely freaking the F out. Oh, that was scary. My screen was literally just freaking out. I was like, oh great. Oh no. Oh man, come on. Come on, screen. Come back to life. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh, my good old screen. My screen has random moments where it just literally just doesn't know what to do. So yeah, anyhow, enough of random computer problems that are happening currently in my life. I can link it in the chat actually. Isn't it? How's it not there? It should have been there. It's odd that I can see it, but no one else can. Hold, is it on Twitter? Yeah, it's on Twitter. If you go on Twitter, Crunchyroll's got it on Twitter, actually. Hold up. If I grab that, do that, and then do that, and then do that, should be good to go. Right. Anyhow, so yes. Back on topic, I'm back today to cover the final episode of Popped Epic. And as we know, this series has been fantastic. The series has been top tier. The best of the best that actually probably ever came out, because there's nothing actually comparable to this show. That's the problem. This show has literally nothing you can compare it to, because it's just its own thing. It's just its own thing. I love it for that reason. I love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So yeah, it's sad to see the series go, but I actually absolutely adore it. Like, literally I do. Bottom of my heart, absolutely adore this show. It's absolutely fantastic. To see it go is really freaking sad. Like, it really is. It's one of those ones that I thought possibly it might continue. But nah, fam. It's ending today. I was happy that Crunchyroll released it on time, so I was expecting them to actually delay it. But no, we're here. It's actually out. So anyway, let's put on the old Twitter. I have actually gone live for Popped Epic, because I did not put that on Twitter yet. So, anyhow, gone live for Pop Team Epic. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, the Gold Drop final. You're right. Oh my god, last week's revelation. Oh boy, that revelation last week was just beautiful, but actually also quite like, wait, what? Also happened to be absolutely foreshadowed since episode 1. I was like, huh. When you know. But anyway, enough talk. Let's get a show on the road and see what happens in episode 12 of Pop Team Epic. So without further delay, let's start the show in 3, 2, 1. Let's see how the show ends. Actually put my earphone on now. Wait a minute. This isn't... For a moment, I thought it was actually parodying Metal Gear. There's a guy doing a Gendo pose over there. Doing a Gendo pose. No way. Don't tell me. No way. Does he actually voice all of the characters? Please do not tell me Koichi Yamadera actually voices all of the characters. I will freak out right now. Are they actually ripping off Ava right now? Are they actually doing Ava? I'm damn sure this is one of the episodes of Ava. This feels like the end of the series. Oh my god, it's the poster! It's the poster! Holy crap, that's actually a pretty recent reference to make, actually. It's a very recent reference to make. It's the alien. It's the alien. It's all coming full circle. It's all coming full circle. Wait a minute. Wait, hold up a second. Was that an Interstellar reference just then? Was that an Interstellar reference just then? No way. This is fantastic so far. This is amazing. I'm watching currently the choir scene. It's the choir one. Because I've seen this somewhere before as well. I can't believe this show so far. I can't believe this show so far. I'm pretty damn sure I just pulled a reference into Stella just then. I'm losing my effing mind over here. They finally took it down. It finally happened. It actually finally happened. Oh my god, it's a Bamboozle gang! It's the Bamboozle gang! What a twist! Hello! Yeah, that is actually Misato, isn't it? That is Misato. Yeah, it is Misato from Evangelion. Yeah, it is! I hear it now. I can actually properly hear Misato. I actually can't believe the Revelations episode so far. There's been too many. Oh my god. Everything's coming full circle. It's actually amazing. No way! No! No way! was amazing. I can't believe it. They actually made an Interstellar reference. I'm actually freaking out. I'm still trying to get over that. The fact they actually made a reference to Interstellar. I was like, there is movie references and Interstellar movie references. You can't actually go beyond that point. It's actually impossible. I always feel like Have I seen this game before? Have I seen this game before? This feels like a really familiar game that I'm actually not remembering correctly. The final episode actually is amazing. The final episode is so freaking good. But I can't get past the fact this is an Ava reference. It feels like an Ava reference because it feels like when Gendo is speaking to everyone else. That's why I'm trying to figure out whether or not it actually is, because it feels just like it. I was gonna ask. I swear I've heard the person at the end's name before from somewhere, because it seems so familiar. You mentioned that the person's a voice actor and a singer. It feels like one of those ones that you've kind of like you actually know where it's from, but you cannot remember. Isn't that the Ava opening? That's the Ava opening, isn't it? And the more I think about it, that bit just ends the Ava opening. I can't lose my mind, can I? So wait, is it actually Koichi Yamadera actually doing the voices this week for the B part? Because if it is, it makes sense. It actually makes sense that's the case. man. If they actually have got Koichi Amadera doing the voices. I was going to say, because if it actually is the case, it makes sense, because then you've got Ryoji and Misato in the same episode. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because I'm kind of sort of subtly hearing his voice. I'm like, is that actually him? Because it makes sense if that's the case. That's the problem. If you catch my drift, it makes sense if it's the case. Because both, he's actually in the next project that the studio's doing, which is Batman Ninja, because his voice is Batman, if I remember correctly. And then Misato's in this episode as well. I swear, if I remember correctly, if I'm not mistaken, he voices Ryoji in Evangelion. I actually find it can't believe they took down the publishing unit, the publishing place. Let's call it publishing unit, publishing place. Oh man, that voice sounds so familiar. That voice sounds so familiar. Oh my god. Isn't that... No. Is that... No. That wasn't a Gundam reference just then, was it? That wasn't Gundam reference just then. Because I'm also hearing Kentoke slightly as well, but Kentoke's already been. I like how both parts are different as well. That was a good thing to do. Both parts are actually different. That was fantastic. That was amazing. I can't express into words how great that was. It was so freaking good. I was sold at the Interstellar reference. I was like, yeah, this is 10 out of 10 already. If anything else, I leave this show with them making Interstellar reference. Oh! Oh! Season 2, boys! Season 2! Season 2! Season 2! Well, for Girl Drop at least, but Season 2! Season 2, at least, it's happening, boys! I don't care what it is, at least it's getting a Season 2. That's the only thing I care about. If it's Girl Drop Season 2, I'm on board. I'm on board. Because the show's good. The show is good. The show is literally 10 seconds long. It's actually one of the best shows of the whole entire season. But my god. Okay, something's really bugging me. I have to find out. Oh, my screen just died. That was kind of scary. Alright. Come back to me, screen. Come on, screen, come back. Did Pop Team Epic just kill my screen? Did Pop Team Epic just kill my screen? It did. That was... But that was a fantastic episode, really. That was absolutely incredible. Right, so something is really bugging me. I have to find out who voices Side B, because Side B, it sounds so familiar. Like it's one of those ones that you actually hear it from somewhere. Okay, so where have I heard you before? Have I heard you before? Absolutely nowhere, actually. Surprisingly. I could have sworn I heard Ollie shot up in somewhere. It sounds so familiar. I mean, if it is just Girl Drop Season 2, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It really is just fine. Really? That's actually a reference to Dark Souls. Because I'm still trying to figure out whether or not the whole bit with the game... The game's a reference to something. That's what I'm trying to figure out. If it's a game... Well, it's a game reference, of course, but... It's an FMV game. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I've seen it somewhere. Because originally I thought, is it actually a reference to... is it a reference to Metal Gear? Because it felt like one. I was like, is this a Metal Gear or is this front mission? Is it like front missions, something like that? Is there front missions? When did the first front missions come out? Could it be front missions? Could it be? Right, okay, so when did the first one come out? On the SNES. So Front Mission is 1995, right. Alright, let's have a look. Because it feels familiar. I've never actively kind of played that much Front Missions, but it's one of those ones that it's just... You feel like you've seen it somewhere. Like, is that... Wait, really? Wait, what? Really? From the game? Game Poochie? I take it. Who voices Poochie in the game, then? Hold up a second. This is getting too deep. We've got to figure this out. We've got to get to the bottom of this. We've got to get to the bottom of who actually voices the VAs in part 2. Before my screen literally dies. Alright, so Jojo... All-Star Battle behind voice actors. That's actually the best way to find out. Alright, because I believe most of them tend to actually kind of go on to the second game as well, which I think is Eyes of Heaven, if I'm correctly. Eyes in Heaven, not Eyes of Heaven. Alright, where are we? Poochie, wherefore art thou, Poochie? Where's my boy Poochie? There he is. Oh, wait a second. Aha. Wait, so Zarbon. It's Zarbon from Dragon Ball Z. It's Aizen! Yeah, it's Aizen, isn't it? Wait, hold up a second. Does it sound like Aizen? I don't know. The VA mystery continues. Yeah, it is. It's Aizen. It's Aizen from Bleach. Yeah, it is. It's Aizen from Bleach. I was like, I've heard that voice from somewhere. It was on the tip of my tongue. I was like, it had to be from a shonen anime. It's Aizen. It's Aizen. Of course it's Aizen. At first I was like, wait, are they all voiced by Koichi Yamadera? I was like, if that's the case, that'd be effing amazing. That actually was. Oh, damn it. Are we still back down to not figuring out who it actually is? Alright, okay, so back to the drawing board, boys. Alright, so Right. Where else have I heard this dude before? It's Klaus from is it Klaus from Kekai Sensen then? Is it? Is it actually Klaus from Kekai Sensen? Huh. Because that's the only other place I've actually heard his voice before off the top of my head. Oh, so it's both of them. So it is Aizen. So it's Aizen and Klaus. I take it then. Right, so that answers that question then. Okay, we got down to that. We got that out of the way. I was trying to figure out whether or not trying to figure out who it was, who was the voices of each character. Cause it sounded so familiar. I was like, I've heard that voice before. Like you have that thing of you've heard that voice, but you can never figure out where you heard it from, which is always the most annoying thing in the universe. Which is the thing I always have. I'm like, I've heard that voice, but I never can pinpoint where it's from. Which is the most annoying thing in the universe. Oh man, but yeah. So this anime, this freaking anime, this anime. To call it anything else other than a masterpiece is actually kind of an understatement, because it really is, because this show is absolutely incredible. Like, it's one of those ones that it started off as a meme show. It was like, hey, look at all these memes, they're funny memes. A lot of people were going, which is probably what a lot of people actually imagined. It's like, hey, all these memes here, boys. That's probably what it was originally. Like, it kind of felt like that, but then it morphed into a really smart show. That was the thing. it's a really freaking smart show that actually knows how to reference correctly. That actually kind of make it seem as if it's like, okay, they actually understand the references, actually how to incorporate them into the world itself, which I actually did appreciate, because it's one of those things that is actually quite hard to pull off. It's that idea of actually starting to kind of get a reference into the world itself, actually kind of make it work. It's actually quite a difficult thing to pull off, but here it's done beautifully, I must say. I mean, the whole thing with the battles about humanity was absolutely incredible. I was like, that's absolutely amazingly done, because it's one of those ones that it's kind of a very underground reference as well for a lot of it. It felt like a very underground reference, because you're like, okay, so where's that? Because you've seen it quite a few times. Where is it from? I don't know. But then you figure out, oh yeah, it's a battle on humanity, which I also think, because actually kind of, I ran it by my teacher as well. Apparently it was a female scorpion as well. I was like, so it was a female scorpion. I was trying to figure out whether or not it was a female scorpion, but it is. Well, it has to be a very, very old film series as well. But anyway, enough of that. But that was just as case in point of this series and how it incorporates the references into its own world. Especially episode 11 as well, with the whole thing with The Shining. That was amazingly done, because it was very subtly done. It wasn't as if it was kind of the main focal reference. I mean, towards the end it was, but it wasn't at the beginning. It was actually kind of like it was like a mash of all known tropes in kind of like Hollywood action horror films, or action horror films, but horror films themselves, just meshed into one thing. It was actually a really neat thing to do, because it's one of those ones that you don't tend to actually realize it, but there's actually a lot of cliches that actually kind of seem all in one fell swoop. It kind of allows you to see, oh yeah, by the way, that's all the cliches we know. It's actually amazingly done because of that reason, and in the end it kind of tops it off with a Shining reference, which I actually do really like. It kind of makes known the actual, like, kind of one of the best, possibly maybe the best horror film of all time, besides Invasion of the Body Snatchers. But yeah, I mean, if we just talk about episode 12 in its own right, it was one of those ones that it brings together all the things that are kind of amazing about pop team mapping, and actually makes them into one kind of cohesive and concise, there we are, concise 23 minutes and 40 seconds long episode. It's one of those things is that it was just amazingly done, because it incorporates everything, but then actually kind of expands upon, actually kind of gives you a really, really freaking amazing ending. And actually kind of in theory also, I was lost my train of thought. My screen's actually literally freaking out. Hold up a second. I mean, if I change the AVs, it might fix itself. There we go. Fix yourself, monitor. I switch you over to HDMI too. That might just like stop you freaking out for 5 minutes. I think it has. Okay, so it stopped freaking out. So was the whole thing with the game a reference to Gundam? Because that's what I was trying to figure out. Because it feels like a reference to Gundam. But yeah, I mean, I just don't know. It's just this episode, it marries everything together and actually kind of makes you go, okay, so this is what Pop Team Epic is actually known for, and actually kind of, in theory, tops it off of actually kind of them taking down the publisher's actual kind of headquarters. I actually did like, and actually kind of brings back the Bamboozle gang as well. I thought it's a nice thing, it kind of brings everything full circle. It kind of, in theory, presents a narrative in the whole entire show, which otherwise didn't really have a narrative technically, because the show tends to kind of have a very, very subtle narrative in its own right. It's not kind of sort of there, but it's actually kind of slowly but surely hinted at. And actually kind of then it's topped off with the thing with Gold Drop as well, which actually kind of, in theory, a whole lot was going on there. I was like, wow, okay, so there's a whole lot going on here that we don't actually know just yet. And Season 2 seems more explosive than Season 1, so there's that as well. But really, all in all, this series is fantastic. This series is one of the best. It really is, because there's nothing comparable to it, but at the same time, you have to kind of appreciate it. Because it's not just a meme show. It isn't. It's a smart, competent, say the word correctly, comedy, which is really freaking hard to come by, because a lot of comedies do tend to fall short in certain aspects, especially when it tries to kind of make references. But this show knows what to do, and actually kind of make those references seem like as if it's genuine, actually kind of not so left field, and actually kind of like as if it's pandering. That's why I kind of like it. It actually makes them feel as if they're kind of real and they're actually alive, which is really, as I said beforehand, hard to pull off. I mean, the only other show that actually does it perfectly is Gintama. So it's really, on that whole front, on its own, good job on that on that, because it is so hard to actually kind of find a show that's both a comedy and a referential show. And actually it works, because a lot of films tend to do it and actually kind of fall short as well. A lot of films do tend to actually kind of incorporate a lot of film references into its world, and it kind of doesn't work. I mean, the last film I saw that actually did it perfectly, and actually made me go, okay, that was fantastic, was Game Night. Game Night actually incorporates movie references into its world, and actually kind of makes them feel as if they're genuine. Same goes here as well. I mean, you saw it last week. Episode 11 really is the pinnacle point, as well as the episode with the battles on honor humanity as well. Those two episodes were the crowning achievements in the show to actually kind of make you go, look, okay, these references are actually freaking amazing. So yeah, on that front, good job, show. But man, it's over. It's over. It's finished. The show's over. I can't believe it. It's one of those things I never thought would actually ever happen, but it's happened. It's actually kind of sad. It really is, because I love this show. I love this show to bits. I really do. I think it's fantastic. I think it's actually one of my personal favourites, just because the fact is it had so much, and I loved it. Every single second of it was just chock full of, say the word correctly, chock full of, just everything that actually makes you laugh. It's not one episode that actually you can go, well, that was kind of not that good. No, there wasn't one episode like that. All episodes were kind of like, yes, that was amazing. So it was just, it was a very, very, very good show. Just the sole reason it kind of kept everything going and going and going and going and going. Actually, it's always kind of one-upping itself as well. So on that front, really freaking good job, because comedy shows do tend to fall to episode 7, because the jokes do tend to kind of fizzle out slightly, actually kind of not be as funny, but because sometimes they can be very one note. But here it was actually like, no, we actually know what to do. We're actually really freaking good because of it. I actually really did like it for that reason. Also, the animation was one of those things I never really thought too much about, but it was great. The animation was fantastic. Sometimes it was one of those things that it was just like, wow. They actually knew when to actually kind of give you really freaking good animation. But yeah, I mean, Hell Shake Yano as well. The episode was fantastic. That was a really good episode as well. It's a show that had so much creativity to it, and I don't think people give enough credit. That's the thing. That's what kind of bugs me about the show, is that people kind of just brush it off as a kind of like it's just a reference show, just a meme show, and that's it. But no, it's not. It's so much more than that. It deserves so much more credit. I really wish it got a lot more credit than it does, but alas, there's always that small group of people that actually appreciate a show. But yeah, I mean, damn, it's over. It's finally over. I don't want to see it go. I want to come back next week and actually see another episode. It might even come out. Let's face it. You never know. You never actually freaking know. Episode 13 might actually very come out. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. If they just randomly release episode 13 out of nowhere. But I mean, season 2 kind of sort of got announced, but it's actually like it's a troll announcement. Everyone knows it, but it's just, boy, it's sort of happening. It's sort of there. It's sort of there. It's sort of there. But yeah, damn. That's this series ended. Really freaking good series, I must say. Really freaking good series. I might actually continue the manga though. If I actually know where this series stops at, I might continue the manga and actually see what happens a lot into the future in the manga, because I just can't see the show go just yet. I have to see it just continue. But I mean, yeah. So I really do thank everyone for actually joining me on this journey of Pop Team Epic. It really has been an amazing time. It really has. I went from, I think, 1,000. Was it 1,800 and something like 2 months ago, and now I'm at 3,000 currently. Hold up a second, where I'm up to. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where are we up to now? Come on, YouTube, come back to life. 3,321 as of today, as of this very second. So hello. So yeah, we've grown a heck of a lot. We've grown 2,000 and something subscribers in the space of 2 months, which actually has been amazing. So I really do thank you, because everyone that's joined so far, everyone that's joined has been amazing. Like, really, it has. Everyone before, it's an amazing people as well. Don't get me wrong. Every single one of my subscribers. I actually can't speak. I actually can't speak anymore. My brain just literally stopped. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers. Don't worry about it. But it's just this whole entire journey has been fantastic. So I do thank everyone that's joined me on this, because it's been a hell of a ride, and it's just been so freaking great. And hopefully you actually have enjoyed this whole entire stream of Pop Team Epic, because it really has been fantastic. But yeah, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. So yeah, and once again, do appreciate every single one person that's actually kind of joining us on this journey, and also beforehand as well, everyone that's actually kind of subscribed. You are the greatest people in the universe. You literally are the greatest. Every single one of my subscribers, every single 3,213. I think I just realized the number was. You're all fantastic, is what I was trying to say beforehand. But my brain and my thinking tend to kind of go two ways sometimes, which is actually not the greatest thing in the universe. It tends to kind of, I know what I'm trying to say, but the word to actually try to say, it's actually kind of like, my brain's just like, nah, fam, you can't, fam, it's impossible. But yeah, I do appreciate every single one of these. So thank you. It's been fun, man. So yeah, that has been me for today. So if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream on Twitch for the final time, then do leave a follow, because indeed it does help quite a bit. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help quite a bit. If you enjoy what I do here on YouTube and you do want to stay a bit longer, then do the sub, because indeed it does help quite a bit. But until whenever I actually stream once again next season, see, it just doesn't work sometimes. My brain and my mouth do not work correctly sometimes. Until next time, whenever I stream anything on the old Twitch, I shall see you guys later, because I have indeed been a driver. Until next time, see you guys later. Bye for now.